What's good, guys? LBF back again with another Vans review. Today we're taking a look at the LX slip-on Reissue 98. Colorway on this guy is LX black white. These are size 13 and retail was, I want to say, 75. So these come in this super clean OTW box here with just like that old vault skateboard on the side and the Vans hit on the top. Pretty straightforward clam box here. I actually really like this box. I think it's like super clean. So this is just like the black and white never out OTW slip-on. I don't typically do videos on shoes like this, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this new line of the OTWs and specifically these never out versions. So if you guys don't know what never out is, it's basically like all of the basic colorways that you're gonna find. Say you go to the Vans store, you see like a black white authentic, black white old school, checkerboard slip-on, red authentic, navy authentic. All those types of styles are pretty much colorways that they always have on hand. So hence the name never out. We're never supposed to be out of them. So anyways, this is the OTW never outs, is like a black white slip-on. I actually bought these black white OTW authentics a little while back, and I just never got a chance to really talk about them. But yeah, I thought, why not get a pair of black white slip-ons as a backup here. And I kind of just wanted to go over like some of the details that I've noticed, just some of the things I've noticed with these newer OTW styles. So just to kind of bring it back to this authentic here, after the second day that I wore these, this heel kind of started to come apart. The canvas that was on the back of that fell off, and now you have this exposed, whatever that is, like foam kind of on the heel that's starting to crack. But you can see that canvas just like disappeared. It's probably hiding underneath this insole, to be honest with you guys. So already off the bat, this is the second day that I've had these, and that backing on the heel came off. I was very disappointed by that. The fit on these, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it's exactly like it was before, because it does feel almost like a little more wide around the midfoot, and then almost seems a little pointier on the toe, but I'm not entirely sure about that toe. Me having a wide foot, I didn't really have issues like I needed to break these in by any means. But as soon as you take these out of the box, you can tell these are so much lighter than the previous version of the Vault never outs. So you can tell there's definitely some materials that have changed on the construction of this shoe. This sole is probably the worst part. As you can see, this is like, I don't know, like the glue on here is just like the cheapest glue. But you can see it's just kind of flipping up on me. This is actually, I already glued this down with some Goo Gone, and it's still kind of coming up on me. So not the best heels, or the best, I guess, foxing used on the side. Maybe the glue, I don't really know. The sole itself, I guess, is holding up as well as any other waffle sole. But yeah, really that sidewall is just like coming apart. Luckily the heel tab's still on there. Another thing that I definitely noticed immediately with these, they have these new insoles, right? These are like the PU sock liners, very similar to what old Vault used to have, like back in like the mid to late 2000s. They had these like PU sock liners, which are fine, but for whatever reason they're so squeaky, and I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's not like there's too much air like around the heel on it, but I thought, you know, maybe that's just my pair. Then I get these guys in and same issue, so squeaky. It's definitely, you can see like the insole kind of moving around in there, like when you like touch it and like just kind of like move the shoe, you can feel it flopping in there. So there's definitely a lot of room around the inside. You can see that gap there, it's crazy. So the squeaking, you know, it doesn't wear out. These things have still been squeaking, and I bought these like a while ago, giving them some heavy wear, still squeaking. When it comes to the slip-on here, I mean, you gotta love the overall aesthetic of the shoe, right? You got your solid white foxing, you got your black canvas upper here. It definitely has a more clean look than like your standard black white slip-on you'd buy at your local van store, but it still has a slightly higher foxing, especially you can see it around that heel. The toe doesn't really feel so much. You can see it doesn't come up as much as it used to around that toe box, which is a little disappointing. But I think the biggest disappointment I have with these, I haven't tried one of these like newer OTW slip-ons before, is that the vamp goes up higher. It's almost to what a like typical slip-on goes up to. And if any of you remember the old OG Vault ones, the tongue kind of sat a little bit lower down here, which made them far superior in comfort and just the look, like a cleaner look. It showed more sock. I don't know, I loved the OG slip-ons. These guys, on the other hand, the tongue comes up just too high. It's almost like you might as well just buy the classic, like your basic GR slip-on. Don't get me wrong, these are very comfortable. Like, you can feel the PU sock liner. It feels great. The squeaking, you know, like if I can get past that, like the insoles are great. But yeah, the quality on these shoes, I don't know, it's just not there anymore. You can definitely feel it. The shoe is like substantially lighter. I can kind of feel this, the foxing just feels different, you know, and I'm kind of worried that these are going to end up in the same boat as my Authentics were, but I guess only time will tell, really. I do love these new heel tabs though. You got some white contrast stitching on these guys. Of course, you got your white elastic gore on the side, the blue hit on the Vans flag with nothing on the reverse, just the plain. You guys can find these on the Vans OTW website with ease. These are not going to be hard to find by any means. Same thing with like if you guys have a store that carries OTW, I'm sure they'll have like a pretty good stock on these, or like a black white authentic, black white old school, whatever it may be. But yeah, you know, I'm not in love with these new OTWs. I hope that the more premium ones that come out in those white boxes, you know, are built with a little more love and care. It does seem like those Vibram ones I just reviewed, that they feel a little bit better as far as materials and construction. But really, like these, the previous Vault OGs, like these are far superior to any of these new OTWs. So I don't know, Vans, we got to do something about this, because we definitely love these OG looks, but we just got to get some quality shoes in here. Well, I digress. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief review of the slip-on and just my rant on OTW. But until next time, stay tuned for the on feet.